There comes a moment in every person's life when they look around at where they are and realize something needs to change. Maybe it's the way you think, the way you act, the habits you keep, the people you trust, or the standards you allow yourself to live by. But real change, deep change, doesn't come from wishing or hoping. It comes from confronting the truths you've been avoiding, accepting the realities you've been running from, and deciding that from this moment forward, you're going to rise above everything that has held you back. Today, we are going to talk about 10 powerful truths you must accept if you want to change your life for the better. These truths may be uncomfortable, even painful at times, but embracing them will free you, strengthen you, and guide you toward the life you were meant to live. The first truth you must accept is that no one is coming to save you. For years, many people wait for a sign, for luck, for someone to appear and give them the shortcut, the opportunity, or the push they think they need. But the reality is this: your life is your responsibility. The sooner you accept that everything changes, when you understand that no one is obligated to fix your problems, motivate you, or carry you through your struggles, you step into your own power. This isn't meant to discourage you. It's meant to empower you. You have what it takes to build the life you want, but you must stop waiting for a hero and become your own. The second truth you must accept is that your excuses are lies you tell yourself to stay comfortable. You can blame your past, your parents, your circumstances, or your environment, but at the end of the day, excuses are just stories that protect your comfort zone. They keep you from trying, from failing, and from succeeding. When you strip away those excuses and look at your life honestly, you will realize that most of your limitations are mental, not real. You may not be able to control everything that happens to you, but you can control how you respond, how you show up, and how you move forward. Once you stop lying to yourself, you give yourself permission to grow. The third truth you must accept is that growth requires discomfort. We live in a world that worships convenience, comfort, and ease. But nothing meaningful is built without friction. Want a stronger body? You must push through pain. Want a sharper mind? You must challenge yourself. Want a successful life? You must embrace the grind, the sacrifice, and the discipline that others avoid. Growth feels uncomfortable because you are stretching beyond who you used to be. If you want to evolve, you must be willing to feel the discomfort of leveling up. The fourth truth you must accept is that not everyone will support you. Some people will doubt you, some will criticize you, some will disappear the moment you start to grow. And that's okay. Not everyone is meant to walk every chapter of your journey with you. People fear what they don't understand, and they may feel threatened when you start changing your life. But your growth isn't a group project. You don't need approval. You don't need applause. You need commitment to your vision. The right people will find you when you become the person you're trying to be. The fifth truth you must accept is that failure is part of the process. Too many people never start because they're afraid to fail, but failure is not the opposite of success. It's a necessary step toward it. Every champion, every leader, every master has failed more times than the average person has even tried. Failure teaches you, shapes you, strengthens you, and refines your character. When you stop seeing failure as a dead end and start seeing it as feedback, you unlock your potential. The sixth truth you must accept is that discipline beats motivation. Motivation is great. It feels good, it inspires you, and it can give you momentum, but motivation fades, discipline stays. Discipline is doing what needs to be done even when you don't feel like it. It's waking up early when you're tired, working on your goals when you don't feel inspired, and showing up day after day, even when the progress feels slow. Discipline is the difference between people who succeed and people who simply wish for success. When you train yourself to be disciplined, you become unstoppable. The seventh truth you must accept is that the world doesn't owe you anything. You are not entitled to success, happiness, opportunities, or recognition. Those must be earned. Many people feel frustrated because they believe life should be easier or that they deserve more simply for existing. But the moment you let go of entitlement and embrace effort, you begin to take control of your destiny. Life rewards those who take action. those who stay consistent, and those who refuse to settle. The eighth truth you must accept is that your environment shapes your life more than you realize. The people you spend time with, the content you consume, the habits you perform daily, and the places you choose to be all influence your mindset and your future. If you surround yourself with negativity, procrastination, gossip, and laziness, you will eventually mimic those traits. If you surround yourself with ambition, discipline, positivity, and purpose, you will absorb that energy too. Changing your environment, whether that means changing your habits, your friends, or your routines, may be one of the most powerful steps you can take toward changing your life. The ninth truth you must accept is that your future is built on the choices you make today, not tomorrow, not next week, not when life calms down. Your decisions in this moment are shaping your destiny. Every small action adds up. Every habit compounds. Every choice pushes you closer to your goals or pulls you further away. If you want a better future, start acting like the person who already has it. And finally, the 10th truth you must accept is that you are capable of far more than you think. Most people never reach their full potential, not because they lack talent or resources, but because they doubt themselves. They underestimate their strength, their creativity, their resilience, and their ability to change. You have power within you that you haven't even tapped into yet. You have ideas you haven't explored, courage you haven't used, and potential waiting to be unlocked. When you stop settling for the limitations you've accepted and start believing in what's possible, your entire life can transform. And the moment you accept that you are capable of more, you begin to demand more from yourself. You stop tolerating the habits and behaviors that keep you small. You stop settling for mediocrity. You stop allowing fear to dictate your actions. You begin to realize that the limits you believed were real were actually walls built by doubt, insecurity, and the opinions of others. Once you break through those walls, the world expands, and so does your confidence. Change begins with honesty, and these truths, as difficult as they may be to confront, are the foundation of growth. When you start taking responsibility for your life instead of blaming circumstances, when you let go of excuses and choose discipline over comfort, when you understand that failure is not an endpoint, but a teacher, you transform from someone who waits for life to happen into someone who creates their own future. But embracing these truths isn't a one-time decision, it's a daily practice. It's choosing to push through resistance when your mind tells you to quit. It's choosing to let go of who you were so you can become who you're meant to be. It's choosing to surround yourself with people who elevate you rather than drain you. It's choosing to show up consistently, even when progress seems invisible. Real change looks simple from the outside, but on the inside, it requires courage, patience, and a deep willingness to confront yourself. You must understand that your old life will fight for its place. Your old habits, your old patterns, your old mindset, these things don't disappear quietly. They will tempt you, pull you back, whisper lies about how change is too hard or too slow. But your future self is calling, and the voice of the person you want to become grows stronger every time you honor your goals instead of your excuses. You have to want your future more than you want your comfort. And that means making decisions that reflect the life you're trying to build, not the life you're trying to leave behind. You will have days when you feel tired, unmotivated, and unsure. You will have moments when doubt creeps in and tells you that you're not strong enough or talented enough. You will experience setbacks that make you question whether change is even possible. But this is where your transformation truly begins. Change doesn't happen in the moments when everything feels easy. Change happens in the moments when you keep going despite the difficulty, when you show up even with uncertainty, when you choose progress over perfection. The truth is, becoming a stronger version of yourself is not about never falling. It's about rising every time you do. Every challenge you face contains a lesson that is meant to guide you toward becoming more resilient, more focused, and more determined. The struggle you face today is shaping the strength you'll need tomorrow. And while it may not feel like it, you are growing. Even in the moments when growth feels invisible, you must also accept that the journey will be lonely at times. Not everyone will understand your decisions. Not everyone will support your ambition. Some people will distance themselves when they see you evolving, not because you're doing something wrong, but because your growth reminds them of the growth they're avoiding. Do not slow down for people who refuse to step up. Do not dim your light to make others more comfortable. Do not shrink yourself to fit into spaces you've outgrown. Your path is your own, and the right people will align with you when you step into the highest version of yourself. As you walk this path of change, you must be willing to protect your energy fiercely, guard your mind from negativity, guard your habits from laziness, guard your goals from doubt, guard your dreams from anyone who tells you they are unrealistic. You don't owe anyone an explanation for wanting more out of life. You don't need validation to pursue your purpose. You don't need approval to outgrow the person you used to be. You only need belief in your potential, belief in your resilience, and belief in the possibility of creating a life beyond what you once imagined. And as you continue to grow, something powerful happens. Life begins to respond to your new standards. The opportunities you once thought were beyond your reach begin to appear. The habits that used to feel impossible become natural. The confidence you thought you lacked becomes second nature. Your mind becomes sharper, your decisions become clearer, and your purpose begins to feel undeniable. This is the power of accepting the truths that most people avoid. This is the power of stepping into responsibility, discipline, courage, and self-belief. This is the beginning of your transformation. You may not see the final destination yet. You may not know exactly how everything will unfold, but you don't need to. You just need to take one step, then another, and then another. The path will reveal itself as you move. Every choice you make either strengthens the person you're becoming or strengthens the person you're trying to leave behind. Which one are you choosing today? Because when you choose growth, when you choose truth, you choose the life you were meant to live. And deep down, you know there is more for you. You can feel it. You can sense it. You know that you are capable of rising higher, living better, thinking clearer, and becoming stronger. You are not here to live an average life. You are here to grow, to evolve, to rise, and to rewrite your story. But none of that can happen until you confront the truths you've been avoiding. The moment you do, everything begins to shift. You start to think differently, act differently, and carry yourself differently. You begin to live with intention instead of autopilot. You begin to replace fear with courage, doubt with action, and excuses with discipline. These truths are not meant to weigh you down. They are meant to set you free. Free from the limitations of your past. Free from the expectations of others. Free from the stories that have kept you stuck. Once you accept them, you reclaim your power, and your life will never be the same again.